In today's video, I want to talk about controlling nerves and fear. The reason I want to talk about this is because I recently went to a 密室逃脱, in fact, specifically a 恐怖密室. And this was recommended as one of the scariest rooms in all of Shanghai. In fact, as I was waiting for it in the waiting room, they said it was 上海的恐怖密室的天花板. So obviously I was brimming with anticipation. My friends had asked me to 当坦克. At that time I had absolutely no idea what that meant. There's no such concept in England, never heard of it before. It was only as I entered the elevator to get into the escape room that it was explained to me that being the tank meant that it was my job to stand in the front of everybody and absorb all of the gruesome stuff that was about to happen. So understandably I was feeling a little bit nervous. Our nerves were compounded by the fact that within the 30 seconds of the introduction to the escape room, one of our party decided to run away out of fear. And so by the time I lined up in front of everybody to enter the first dark room, wondering what kind of monster or zombie that might be inside, I was feeling decidedly nervous.
Hello? I heard something.
So in this video, I want to teach you how to be a good 坦克, but also, of course, the same principle applies to other scary events in your life, like interviews, exams, etc., etc., etc. The reason I was asked to be a tank, firstly, is because I'm actually quite large, so it's easy for people to hide behind me, which is in fact what they did do in the escape room, like 一堆人都在我后面. But also because I am known for being able to control my stress and nerves very well. And the reason I am, I guess, is because I've been in a lot of stressful circumstances, so I have learned some techniques for helping out. And so here are my 2 top tips for being a great tank in a 密室逃脱. My first tip is this. Most people get defeated by nerves and fear, not because of the actual physiological response inside them, not because of the feeling, because they just don't like that feeling. It kind of psychs them out. The biggest tip I can give is redefine your relationship with nerves and fear. I actually enjoy that feeling. It wasn't natural to me at the beginning, but it is natural to me now. Why do I enjoy that feeling? Well, I very much subscribe to Michael Jordan's school of thought, which is you feel nervous and anxious when something important is happening in your life. And so I know that when I feel nerves and feelings, something pretty interesting is about to happen. And I like that, to be honest. And I also know that from a physiological and scientific perspective, nerves help me. They increase my heart rate, my breathing, my blood vessels expand. All of this is simply the body's way of telling you, get ready. Something interesting is about to happen. And actually it helps your performance in the end. So I've completely redefined my relationship with fear, and that's how I do it. Second, you don't want to get psyched out too far in advance. The person who left 30 seconds in spent the day worrying about the 恐怖密室. And then, of course, by the time she got there, all her reserves of energy were already used, and it was very easy to break because she was tired. Like, you can't be in that hyped up state all the time. You really want to be able to turn on and off that fear button. You want to feel it just as you're about to perform, but you don't want to feel it the entire day or days leading up to the event. And so how do I cope with it? Mindfulness meditation. That's the way you get your body to 冷静下来. I close my eyes, I breathe slowly, I focus on my breathing. Just for a few minutes. That's all the body needs to resend the physiological signals to your brain to tell them, I'm no longer in danger, I can calm down. And so that's how I do it. When I feel the fear is getting too much, say in the 密室逃脱, I'll actually use the same technique as well. Whenever I feel it peaks over that which is helpful to me, I close my eyes and I breathe for 30 seconds. And that's how I get through it, and that's how I'm a tank. But also, that's how you get through interviews, sports competitions, any other exam, or even meeting your girlfriend or boyfriend for the first time. Same principle every time. Embrace the nerves, it enhances your performance. If it gets too much, mindfulness meditation is the answer.